For thousands of years, we've looked up at the stars and wondered, where are we in all of this?
Imagine a world where the Earth is the undisputed center of the universe. A world where the Sun, the Moon, and all the planets revolve around us. This was the widely accepted view for nearly 2 millennia, and it's known as the geocentric model.
But before the geocentric model was recognized, there is one pre-Socratic philosopher named Anaximander, 6th century BCE. He proposed that the Earth was cylinder, floating in the space when the Sun, Moon and stars circulating around the Earth. The Moon, Sun and star is actually a transparent ring of hoop made of air. Each ring filled with fire which can only see when the hole in that particular ring passes over us. Not everyone accepts his idea, and years later a philosopher named Pythagoras, he refined the version of Anaximander. According to him, Earth is a perfect sphere circle. He imagined 3 great rings, one for the Moon, another for the Sun and the star as the farthest. Plato, 500 BCE, Plato was inspired by Pythagoras. He said Earth stays at the center surrounded by concentric spheres carrying the celestial bodies in order, while the heavens move around it in perfect uniform circle. Moon, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. According to Aristotle, the spherical Earth is the center of the universe, and all the planets and Sun were attached to concentric spheres which rotates around the Earth. Each sphere carried a celestial body, moon, sun, planets, and fixed stars. Aristotle inspired Ptolemy. He wrote the Almagest, where he developed the most comprehensive geocentric theory. According to him, each planet revolves uniformly along a circular path called epicycles. Geocentric means Earth-centered, and it just seemed right. However, there were some problems. For example, sometimes the planets appear to be going backwards or to have a retrograde motion. In order to explain this, small orbits called epicycles, which are orbits inside the orbit, were proposed to help explain this backwards motion. Each planet is moved by 2 or more spheres. One sphere is its deferent, which is centered on the Earth, and the other sphere is the epicycle, which is embedded in the deferent. For centuries, Ptolemy theory that the center of the universe is Earth, but when the philosophers think that planetary motion didn't fit, it leads to the heliocentric theory. Geocentric theory was accepted by the Church, so when Aristarchus of Samos 310–230 BC presented the first known heliocentric model that placed the Sun at the center of the universe, with the Earth revolving around the Sun once a year and rotating its axis once a day. Church never supported the theory because it is against on their teachings, and it did not gain traction until Nicolaus Copernicus published his comprehensive theory in 1543.
1543 he proposed on the celestial spheres. The Sun is the center of the universe and Earth is moving along with the other planet, called the heliocentric theory. The model proposed that each orbit was a circle and the Earth, like other planets, revolved around the Sun. It also faced rejection until Galileo, Kepler with the help of Brahe and Newton proven and supported the theory. Orbits of the planet are not perfect circle but ellipses, and the planets move faster when closer to the Sun and slower when far away. What invisible force keeps the planets in motion around the Sun? Galileo Galilei continued the investigation about the Copernicus ideas, and with the help of the telescope of Galileo Galilei they proved that the center of the universe is Sun, and these findings also provide strong evidence against the old Aristotelian and geocentric, Earth-centered, view of the cosmos. With the help of his telescope, he discovered the moons of the Jupiter and observed that the small objects revolve around larger one. The observation of Galileo became an evidences on the heliocentric theory. Give short explanation in each evidences. The final step came with Isaac Newton, who, in 1687, published his Principia Mathematica. Newton introduced the laws of motion and the law of universal gravitation, which explained why planets followed Kepler's laws. He showed that the same force that pulls an apple to the ground also governs the motion of the moon and planets. With Newton's theory, heliocentrism was fully confirmed, and natural philosophy transformed into modern science. The retrograde motion of the planets was explained because it is caused by the planets that move more quickly past other planets, and it appears that the planet is going backwards. Gravity.
Because the heliocentric theory better explained astronomical observations, it replaced the geocentric view. Humanity's view of our place in the cosmos changed as a result of this significant scientific revolution, from being at the center of the universe to being one of many planets orbiting the Sun. The contemporary scientific method and our current understanding of the world were made possible by this change, which also highlighted the value of evidence-based science above custom and belief. And the philosophers paved the path for precise and fact-based observations with the aid of evolving technology.